Check one, check two. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the DoubleTree Hilton Hotel. I'm ready. Okay.
Quiet, please. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the DoubleTree Hilton Hotel for the WESPY nomination press conference. My name is Mark Knight. We've got a lot of things to cover here, but most importantly, we're going to talk about the nominations for the upcoming 18th Annual WESPY Awards. For those of you that may not be familiar with the WESPY Awards, and I'm sure there's one or two people in the world that don't know what the WESPY Awards are now, the WESPY Awards are the Windsor-Essex Sportsperson of the Year. And as I said earlier, this is the 18th annual, and we've been very blessed to be able to donate almost $100,000 to local athletes and sports teams because of the great community in Windsor-Essex and the support of the WESPY Awards and its athletes. The WESPY Awards is the only sports ceremony that's broadcast live, and we are streaming and simulcast on radio. And the WESPY Awards have 12 regular categories, 9 major awards, and we've been very fortunate to attract some pretty famous names in the past to join us as keynote guests. And those include Tyrone Crawford, those include Dorothy Hamill, Pete Rose, Lloyd Carr, Ken Dryden, Nadia Comaneci, Nicholas Lidstrom, Jack Morris, Joe Theismann, and last year we had the GOAT. Jack Nicklaus was here to talk to the athletes here in Little Windsor-Essex. Some of our past recipients include Tyrone Crawford, Melissa Bishop, Brandon McBride, Noel Montcalm, Ryan Ellis, Bob Bugner, Mary Spencer, Megan Agosta, Daryl Stevenson, Josh Bailey, Taylor Hall, Kylie Moss, Maya Marie Langlois, and we're going to hear a little bit more about her in a little bit, and Lionel Sanders. So you can see, if you're in the sports world, you recognize these names, and you realize that these people have gone on to be something in the sports world. Some have gone on to great sports careers. Some have gone on to do great things in business. And it started here at the WESPY Awards by recognizing their abilities, recognizing their commitment. And when you commit to something like sport, the commitment carries on in life. And the WESPY Awards are very proud to be a part of that in these young people's lives. The WESPY Awards features athletes from the years 15 years and older, and they have been dubbed the Sports Oscars of Windsor-Essex County. And this year, we are talking about their accomplishments in their last sports season. So I'd like to welcome a couple of new partners we have with us this year, Can-Am Currency, Mike Piccioni, and Quinn Roofing. Ken Quinn is coming aboard and being a partner here for the WESPY Awards, as well as all of our returning partners. A show like this doesn't happen without the support of local business and partners to make this happen. And Martindale Window and Door, Scott Martindale is with us today. He's been with the WESPY Awards for a lot of years, and we thank you, all of you, Ken Quinn, Mike Piccioni, Scott Martindale, and all the people that go in to support the WESPY Awards. This is a huge undertaking, but it's important. These young people in the world of sport, they play sport to satisfy something in them. And it's great that the WESPY Awards can recognize that and honor that in this small community. Would also like to welcome a couple of nominees with us today. Francine Stadler, an executive nominee. Mark Segan is an executive nominee, and Kyle Walker is a hockey nominee. So please stand. Thank you for being here. Today is all about the nominees, and we're really glad that you could take some time out of your day and life and be a part of this. I'd like to get started by inviting up one of our guests today from the St. Clair Saints football. We have head coach Mike LaChance. Mike?
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. When Dom asked me to be involved this year in the press conference, I jumped at the chance. Just honored and humbled, really. Dom Dom spent his whole life dedicated to local sports in this area, and the WESPYS 18 years, it's crazy. It's kind of gone by really quick. I remember the first one, Dom, when you did it, and it's really took off. And you do a great job with the community to involve all the local athletes, all the local sports clubs, the university, the college, all the club teams. It's really an honor. And when I hear Mark talk about the amount of the different people that were involved, the celebrities obviously are alarming on the level of celebrity that you bring in. But it's more than that. I think the local people that have been involved and won awards or been nominated for awards, it's humbling to just be a part of it. I've been nominated in the past, and to go to the event and see the amount of people kind of get together, congregate in the same area, and really support each other in sport is fantastic. Obviously, we had a great season this year at St. Clair College, winning a national championship, going undefeated. And I look around the room, and everybody's obviously is a sports lover or coach, former athlete. And you know that as a coach, you get all the accolation when you win. Certainly this year's been that way this off season. It's been one thing after another, and it's great. You enjoy it the whole time, but it's funny because the longer you're involved in sports, you kind of realize some of those best years you've had as a coach were the years that you didn't win. I think some of the best years I've had as a coach, I've been 21 years now with the Windsor AKO Fratman and now St. Clair College as a head coach. Some of the best years that I've had, I've been near 500. I don't think I did a particularly different job this past season as I've done in the past. It's just I was fortunate enough to recruit a lot of really good athletes, Maurice Soja being one of them. But we had a tremendous team and a great coaching staff, and everything kind of fell our way. And we won, obviously. So you love that part of it, but really that's a team accomplishment. With a football team, you've got 80 players and 20 staff members, and everybody does that job. And as the head coach, you get the blame maybe when you lose, and you get the credit when you win, and that's just part of the game. But really, it's a lot more than that. And everybody in this room certainly knows that fact. But needless to say, really happy to be involved in it this year. I appreciate the invite, Dom. I hope everybody enjoys it. I think there's a lot of competitive categories, and certainly there'll be some interesting selections. And I wouldn't want to be in that position to have to choose between all these tremendous athletes and coaches and executives. But thanks for having me, and I appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Coach LaChance. And just to expand a little bit on what he said about Dominic Papa, about 20 years ago, Dominic had an idea, coming from the sports world himself, that there's these young athletes needed something. So he, Dominic Papa, invented the WESPY Awards. And over the years, the WESPY Awards have expanded into many different categories. And this year, we're adding a new category. We're breaking it away from track and field, and we're going and focusing on just cross country. As a sport, Dom decided that it needs its own recognition and not to be included with track and field. So this year, we're adding a category called cross country. As well, from time to time, certain people develop into something amazing in their sport. And Dom has seen his way clear to add names to certain categories and give them like titleship of the category. And this year, we are doing just that with the sport of basketball. Maya Marie Langlois is a former WESPY winner. She had an illustrious career with the Lancers, and she went on to be a Canadian Olympian. And this year, the sport of basketball will be adding her name, so it will now be known forevermore as the Maya Marie Langlois Female Basketball category. And we have a little something from Maya to share with you.
I am extremely honored and humbled to receive this kind of recognition for all my accomplishments I have done with basketball. And when you first start basketball and you step onto that court at 7 years old, you don't think about what your name is going to mean or what legacy you're going to leave behind nearly 20 years later. So I just want to thank, obviously, my family, who's always supported my dreams and my lifestyle. But most importantly, I would say the community, the city of Windsor. They have stood by my side. They have rallied behind me. They have given me the strength when it didn't seem possible. So thank you very much. Very humbled to receive this award. and looking forward to seeing all the recipients who will win this award for years to come.
Wow, looking at those pictures of Maya, you'd think she was a Hollywood superstar, not a basketball player. But thank you, Maya. Really appreciate that. And from what I'm told, Maya will be with us on April 30th for the 18th Annual WESPY Awards. That's only the female basketball, because we have another quite famous man. I wanted to say young man, but he's a little bit older than I am. Mike Berkovich, local kid. Played basketball at W.D. Lowe, my alma mater. We graduated the same year. He was in grade 13, I was in grade 12, but nobody knew Mark Knight. Everybody knew Mike Berkovich. He went on to play for Michigan State from 77 to 81, and the Michigan State team beat Larry Bird's team from Indiana in 1981. He was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks, and Dominic Papa has seen his way clear to forevermore name the male basketball category the Mike Berkovich Male Basketball category. And we're fortunate to have Mike Berkovich with us here today. So Mike, come on up and share a few words, please.
I'm truly humbled and blessed being here today to share this moment with everyone here. And Dominic, I think the previous speaker said you don't get nearly enough credit for everything that you've done in our community, for our sports community, starting this 18 years ago. And I think I'm one of the very few people in the room that goes back with you. We were talking at breakfast to the late 60s, early 70s, playing Little League Baseball at Weigel Park. So to be able to share these moments with you as well, Mark, you said, you know, you're a little bit younger than me. I think I'm the oldest guy in the room by now, I think. And there's great things about having an award named after you or a trophy named after you. I always told people that if I wasn't on a team with Magic Johnson and we weren't playing Larry Bird, the two significant probably players of the 1980s in the NBA, no one would even really know about Michigan State. They went on to have great NBA careers. But I am truly humbled being a local person, having the opportunity to go to Michigan State University in the 1970s, where very few kids in Windsor got Division I scholarships, graduated from Michigan State, was lucky enough to be drafted by an NBA team. Eventually found my way back to Windsor after 10 years, started a career here, and I love Windsor, I love my community, and I really am looking forward to April 30th, Dominic, sharing the evening with you. And again, it's a real honor, blessing, that you've allowed me to have a trophy named after me. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike, and I think I can speak for Dominic Papa to say the honor is ours to be able to put your name on this award. Thank you. Well, now we get to the nominees, and in most sports we have a female category and we have a male category in the regular awards, and then we have the major awards. There are a couple of awards that are co-ed because there aren't enough females to compete in males, so we've joined them together. But we're going to start with the female categories today, and here to tell you the names of this year's nominees for the Female WESPY Awards, I'd like to welcome Ted Daher. My friend, Ted Daher.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to be a part of today. We're really excited, and thank you again, Dominic, for everything that you provide to our community. I am definitely honored and privileged to be a part of today to announce the female nominees for the 18th Annual WESPY Awards. We're going to start with the Dennis Farrell Track and Field Award, Jayla Bailey, Sandwich Secondary School, Border City Track and Field, Ella Steele Douglas, Sandwich Secondary School, Border City Track and Field, and Mandy Brunet, University of Windsor Lancers. The nominees for the Ed Jovanovski Hockey Award are Maggie DeWolf Russ, University of Windsor Lancers, Ariella Martino, the Windsor Wildcats, Maggie Peterson, University of Windsor Lancers. The Soccer Award nominees are Kat Campana, University of Windsor Lancers, Victoria Walsh, St. Clair College Saints, Jane Pazzi, Holy Names High School, Holy Names Knights. The Softball Award nominees are Judy LaFleur, St. Clair College Saints, Jade Moosh McGain, University of Windsor Lancers, Sienna Bellew, Windsor Wildcats under 17. The Tim Hommel Volleyball Award, Lauren Essempri, North Star Sun County Bandits, Kiana Huggins, St. Clair College Saints, Ayla Adams, University of Windsor Lancers. The nominees for Kylie Massey Swimming Award are Tabitha Main, Windsor Aquatic Club, Taya Hutchinson, Windsor Aquatic Club, Mia Arlotti, Windsor Aquatic Club. Our Wrestling Award nominees are Daniela Papia, Assumption Windsor Wrestling Club, Carissa O'Keefe, Assumption Windsor Wrestling Club, and Taylor Quenville, Lesueur and Windsor Wrestling Club. Our Golf Award nominees are Alyssa Cowling, Ambassador Golf Club, Ella Harris, Essex County Golf and Country, Emily Young, Kingsville Golf Club. Basketball, Kayla Grutenboer, University of Windsor Lancers, Jane Pazzi, Holy Names Knights High School, Caitlin Overeem, St. Clair College Saints. Cross country, we have Madeline Ebergen, University of Windsor Lancers, Tori Horobin, St. Clair College Saints, Anu Chan, Massey Mustangs High School and Windsor Legion. And lastly, the figure skating. We have Jake Ellis, South Windsor Figure Skating Club, Tianu Lin, South Windsor Figure Skating Club, and Om Dai, South Windsor Figure Skating Club. Thank you very much. Is there any mail on these? Also, I read that one. I read that one.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Just see. Pages.
Is it yours?
Move on.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Unfortunately, there was a page missing from the program that listed some of the other names that were on the screen, and unfortunately, I don't have that with me right here at the moment. Ted Daher from Daher Developments has been a partner of the WESPY Awards for a few years now, and we really appreciate your partnership and doing what you did here today. Thank you very much. Moving on with the male categories. Another partner that has been with the WESPY Awards for a long time from Barron Championship Rings, please welcome Peter Canis.
Thanks, Mark. It's an honor to be here today, and I just want to give a shout out to Dom as well. I've known Dom for a while here, and one thing that really struck me when I met him is this is about the kids. This is about the athletes in this community, and we're proud to be a major sponsor in the last couple of years, and very excited to be announcing our second year with our Leave No Behind bursary with WESPYS to two outstanding athletes. That's going to be exciting, and looking forward to giving these nominees of the male awards here. So the male nominees for the 18th Annual WESPY Awards: the Dennis Farrell Track and Field Award, Derek Milks, Leamington Secondary School, Border City Track and Field. AJ Stanet, University of Windsor Lancers. And Dresden Howe, Bell River Secondary School, Border City Track and Field. Okay, the Ed Jovanovski Hockey Award. Ryan McPherson, Leamington Flyers. Liam Greentree, Windsor Spitfires. And Kyle Walker, Lakeshore Canadians. Hey, Kyle. Soccer Award. Simon Grande, University of Windsor Lancers. Guilherme Silva, St. Clair College Saints. And Samu Hassoun, Holy Names Knights High School. The Baseball Award. Brady Nelson, St. Clair College Saints. Carter Ray, Windsor Star Senior Baseball. And Sam Blair, Tecumseh Thunder Senior. Tim Hummel Volleyball Award. Darren Klosky, University of Windsor Lancers. Cale Wilkinson, St. Clair College Saints. And Quentin Greenbridge, University of Windsor Lancers. All right. Kylie Moss Swimming Award. We have Riley Carswell, Windsor Essex Swim Team. Aaron Barta, Windsor Athletic Club. And Lucas Safta, Windsor Essex Swim Team. The Gino Fracas Football Award. Robert Springer, University of Windsor Lancers. Devin Verasuk, University of Windsor Lancers. And Maurice Soja, St. Clair Saints College. The Wrestling Award. Francesco Lapico, Villanova Secondary School, Windsor Wrestling Club. Logan DeBono, Riverside Secondary School and Windsor Wrestling Club. And Nash Renault, Massey Secondary School, Windsor Wrestling Club. For the Golf Award, we have Josh DiCarlo, Point West Golf Club. Alex Morrow, Essex Golf and Country Club. And Ben Buchener, Sutton Creek Golf Club. And the Mike Berkovich Basketball Award, Andrew Loic, St. Clair College Saints, Troy Neckers, Kennedy Prep, and Chad Vincent Simon, St. Clair College Saints. Now for the, we got the, it's not on me, but I'm going to hold on here till we get the parasport, gymnastics, and cross country up. All right? Okay. So we're going to do the parasport athlete award. Is Anthony Segan, St. Joe's Secondary School, Brianna Williams, figure skating, and Nicholas Neri, University of Windsor Lancers. The gymnastics award, Danielle Hodair, Alpha Gymnastics Club, Olivia Duma, Rose City Gymnastics, and Alyssa Rizzo, Alpha City Gymnastics, or Alpha Gymnastics Club. And the cross country award, Jacob Fitzpatrick, University of Windsor Lancers, Brendan Curry, STV, and Luke Mahini, University of Windsor Lancers. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. So there we have the female nominees and the male nominees, and I just want to make a shout out to another friend of mine that happens to be here. Mr. Harold Conrad is joining us today, a longtime supporter of sport from the hockey world, retired teacher, and just, you see Harold all over the place, just watching and learning and coaching, and he's just a really special guy. Thank you, Harold, for being here. Well, now that we've done the males and the females, it's my job to share with you our major awards. As I said earlier, this is about athletes, but the major award sometimes spreads beyond athletes. It spreads into executives, it spreads into teams, it spreads into coaching, it spreads into officials. And the insight that Dominic Papa has had over the years in expanding the WESPY Awards, sometimes by suggestion from the community and sometimes by just his knowledge of sport, has helped to grow the WESPY Awards into categories like this. Because, yes, we owe it to the person that's in the arena, the one that is competing. But that person is competing sometimes at the behest of great coaching, at the behest of great management, at the behest of good officiating. And it's all part of the sport that we know and love. Sometimes, yeah, we question what happened, but, you know, coaches are a vital part of what goes on. Officials are a vital part of what goes on. Team structure and executive organizations, if it weren't for those, I don't think sport would be what it is today. And I think it's really wise to include some of those in our major awards. So the major awards nominees for the 18th Annual WESPY Awards, starting off with Coach of the Year. We have Ryan Steer, Holy Names Knights Senior Boys Basketball, Anthony Iaquinta, Lakeshore Canadians Hockey Club, and Mike Lachance, who you heard from earlier, from St. Clair College Saints. Our Female Athlete of the Year Award. From the University of Windsor Lancers Cross Country, Madeline Erbergen. From Holy Names Knights Secondary School, we have Jane Posey. And from Sandwich Secondary School, Brooke Ward. For the Male Athlete of the Year category, from the St. Clair College Saints, Chad Vincent Simon. A.J. Stannett from University of Windsor Lancers Track and Field, and St. Clair Saints Football, Maurice Soja. Another award that's had a name added to it is the Ken Dryden Executive of the Year Award. Jamie Kell from Tecumseh Thunder Senior Baseball. Francine Stadler, who is with us today, from Sun Parlor Female Hockey Association. And Mark Segan, who's also with us today, from the Lakeshore Canadians Hockey Club. Our Mickey Reno Captain's Leadership Award for the 18th Annual WESPY Awards includes Kathleen Overeem from the St. Clair Saints Women's Basketball, Owen Finley, LaSalle Vipers Hockey Club, and Robert Springer from the University of Windsor Lancers Football. Our Team of the Year, the Lakeshore Canadians Hockey Club, the St. Clair College Saints Football, and St. Clair Saints Baseball. We have a couple other major awards, the Volunteer of the Year Award, and we can name the Female Volunteer of the Year, and that name is Marie Johnson. For the Male Volunteer of the Year, that name is yet to be announced. We often let those people know ahead of time, and something we haven't talked about, volunteers are vital. The McTagg Law Firm for Courage and Determination Award is David Tremblay Sr. And that is pretty much what it says it is. So in sport, it takes a lot of courage and determination along with other factors. The John DiNapoli Sports Community Service Award goes to Jimmy Stewart. Our Officials Award, Susie Pizzicaroli from the sport of basketball. And similar to the Volunteer of the Year Award, we have Legacy Award winners. And the Female Legacy Award winner for this year is yet to be announced. And I mentioned just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to ask him to stand at this time, our Male Legacy Award winner for the 18th Annual WESPY Awards is Harold Conrad. Harold, great to have you here today, and legacy is just what it says it is. You've been around a long time. You've contributed in ways that most people have forgotten your contributions have gone on. The things that you've managed to impart on some of these young athletes is immeasurable. And that's what goes into a Legacy Award winner. Going back to the volunteer, the people that help out in the trenches, the people that pick up the clothes, the people that, make sure the sticks are in order, to make sure all the balls are there, make sure all the equipment is there, make sure the bases are in place, make sure all the tennis balls are no matter the sport, every football team has a lot of people on the sidelines that are just going to help with the success of the team. Every hockey team has that. Every baseball team has that. And those people are volunteers. They do it because they love it. Sitting at breakfast, we were talking, Ted Daher and Harold Conrad and I were talking about that type of mentality. And it's the volunteers that help to move the world of sport. And I'm so glad that Dominic Papa realizes that a long time ago and included them here in the 18th Annual WESPY Awards. All the WESPY Awards. So once again, the 18th Annual WESPY Awards is going to be held at the Kubota Club April 30th. Doors open at 6 o'clock. I know I'm going to see all of you there, the people that are in this room, but the people that are watching this, I hope to see many of you there as well. Something we haven't talked about yet is, and I'm sure you know, this year with the renaming of the basketball award, we have a very special guest joining us, Julius Irving, Dr. J. He will be at the Kubota Club on April 30th to help with the 18th Annual WESPY Awards. I'll be there. Dominic Papa will be there. All of you will be there, and I hope you will be as well. So from the Doubletree Lounge, the 18th Annual WESPY Awards nominee press conference, thank you for attending, and I'll see you on April 30th.